Hello everybody, and welcome to this first Let's Play of Heroine's Quest, Herald of Ragnarok. I have never played this game before, and I chose it because it's a newer game, a more recent game, that is in the same style and very much inspired by one of my favorite game series, which is the Quest for Glory series. Now, I considered just doing a game that I know really well, like one of the Quest for Glory games, but I figured it might be kind of fun to play a game completely blind, not know any of the solutions, any of the puzzles, and see how I do. And maybe it'll be a train wreck, who knows? But, hey, we gotta make do with what we have, and this is what I have right now. So, we're gonna get started here. And it starts with this poem. Oh, I didn't have time to read that. That's okay. Crystal Shard. Heroine's Quest, the Herald of Ragnarok. So, if you're familiar with the Quest for Glory games, you'll even be able to tell that they even modeled the heroine after the hero in Quest for Glory somewhat. I mean, mostly just the cape, I guess. The tunic and the cape. But I believe you get class selection in this as well. So let's check it out. Name our heroine. Let's see. What would be a good name for this lady? It's very Nordic, like Viking, Norse inspired. So what's a good Norse name? Let's see. How about Hildur? Hildur, the heroine of the Herald of Ragnarok. Ooh, a tutorial. Recommend first-time players. Now, if this is just a point-and-click game, I feel like I don't need the tutorial. If there's more to it, though, I maybe should? Maybe I'll do it, and if it ends up being useless, I'll just cut this out. But let's take a look. Heroine's Quest offers 3 different classes with varying gameplay styles. The class you select affects the solution to many of the puzzles, as well as which side quests are available to you throughout the plot. Yeah, so that's similar to Quest for Glory. Now, so the warrior, and again, this is using my knowledge of Quest for Glory, the warrior is usually more of a brute force kind of character. You know, uses strength and fighting, that kind of thing. Sorceress, probably use, obviously, magic more often than not. And then the rogue is like the sneaky one, the one that would go through the back door rather than the front door. Use stealth rather than strength. I feel like a lot of people love the thief character or the rogue character in these games. I never really cared for them. I actually prefer either the warrior or the sorceress. I feel like maybe for ease of a first-time player, maybe a warrior might be the right way to go, because I feel like I'll be able to figure those puzzles out the easiest. So let's go with a warrior. Warrior relies on her toughness and weapon prowess, seeks a straightforward solution to obstacles, is recommended for first-time players. Oh, there we go. Yes, I do accept this class. This screen allows you to customize your character's attributes and skills. You are given 50 training points, which you can use to raise these stats above their base value. Hover the mouse over any stat to see what it does. Okay, so again, this is very Quest for Glory inspired. To add 5 points to a chosen stat, hover your mouse over that stat, press the plus button. To remove 5 points, press the minus button. Stats cannot be decreased below their starting level. Adding a new skill to your character, bringing it from 0 to 5, costs 25 training points. Right. So that's a way to kind of prevent you from, you know, giving a fighter a whole bunch of magic using your training points, because they have 0. It is something you can do, though, which is kind of cool. So you can make like a fighter character who has a bit of magic, or you can make a thief who is maybe a bit stronger than usual. But let's maybe stick with the the attributes that will most help us as a fighter, as a warrior. So I'm gonna put up strength and weapon use for sure. I feel like endurance is probably a good thing to have anyway, as it'll probably be like a health situation. Agility, I'd like a bit more agility. Parrying's probably good to have a bit more there, and climbing. Animal Ken. Okay, that's not something in the Quest for Glory games. Understanding dealing with animals. That's cool. I would like to, chat with animals, so let's maybe add a bit there. And then for good measure, maybe we'll just do one more in strength. And what is willpower? That's like a magic thing, so we don't need that. Maybe a bit more parrying and a bit more climbing. My recollection of some of the Quest for Glory puzzles are climbing's often used for fighters, so we'll see if that holds true with this game. Alright, that's all the training points we have, so let's move on. Midgard. As Odin watches from above, a lone traveler braves the cold, following her calling. Oh, I see a little troll watching her and shaking his fist. Oh shit. Is that the same troll? What a dick. And he's just staring at us. Oh, okay.
Master! We have returned. Very good. Have you done as I asked?
The stranger will be dead by now.
We knocked her out cold.
And then we left her for the die.
To turn to stone in the daylight.
No, yeah.
You did what? We did a fine job.
Are you not pleased, Master?
Insufferable fools! Do you realize that humans do not turn to stone in daylight?
I told you humans do not turn to stone.
This was your idea.
It was not. You said it first.
You are such a liar.
How dare you call me that?
A liar, and bad of hearing, too.
Shut up!
Vivaldi,
Yes, Master.
at your service, Master. It is imperative that we obtain the eyes. You know who your other targets are?
The big man.
And the small man. Precisely. Do not botch this, Vivaldi. I shall be most displeased if you should fail.
As you say, Master.
We shall not disappoint you. Now go! Go quickly!
Chapter 1, Traveler. I will say I didn't actually realize there was voice acting in this, so I was prepared to do the voices myself, but the professionals are better. Oh.
More or less. My head feels like it was struck by a thunderbolt.
At least you are warm. My husband found you outside in the snow. This is not a good winter for traveling.
So it would appear. Thank you for taking me here. I am in your debt.
No need for that.
Then please tell me your name.
Herald. I run the Adventurers Guild here in Fort Sigtuna. I live here with my husband Roland and our son Jaime.
Oh, so we got some questions we can ask here. Yeah, as I was saying, I didn't realize there was going to be voice acting, so I was ready to read it all, but the people who recorded it sound good, so we're going to keep with that. I mean, she just said she's the guildmaster. Let's ask about the city.
What can you tell me about the city?
Fort Sigtuna. Walk around and you shall see.
Great. So helpful. Can you imagine just like, yeah, what's something cool about this city I'm in? Like, what's something cool of New York? And they're just like, just walk around. All right. Who's your husband?
Who is your husband?
His name is Roland. He is the city smith and father to our son, Jaime.
Cool.
Where in the forest did you find me?
My husband is the one who found you. You should ask him.
Alright. This doesn't seem very helpful.
Are you the guildmaster?
No, merely the caretaker.
Oh, I thought she said she was.
Is there something you need of the guild?
Oh, here we go.
Where did the guildmaster go?
He had to leave town. I know not why. I believe he traveled east.
Are there other adventurers here?
Are there other adventurers here?
None, save yourself.
What is in the chest in the corner?
You can use it to store your equipment. Nobody else shall touch its contents.
Can you train me?
We shall see. Draw your weapon.
Oh, shit. I didn't know, like, right now. Okay. Recommend to use keyboard for combat. The default keys are shown on the left. You can redefine these on the in-game control panel. Okay. Herald will explain what the various keys do for defensive moves like dodging. Be sure to hold down the button or key to hold your defensive position longer. You can use the bottom button to escape combat. Enemies tend to give you an opening between their attacks. For best results, strike then. If you attack while an enemy is trying to hit you, you'll likely get hurt in the process and do less damage as a result. Okay. So...
Move forward to strike.
Yeah.
You have 3 attack maneuvers. Some work better against certain enemies. Move diagonally away to dodge. Learn when to dodge left and when right. Move down to duck. This is safe but tiring for you. Move right to parry with your weapon. This is fast, but not everything can be parried. Move left to block attacks with your shield.
Okay. Seems pretty straightforward.
You may learn special maneuvers later.
Ooh. Special attacks?
Do not forget that you can run away from most enemies.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm guessing that means it wants me to do
That
that.
is enough training for now.
Ooh, score 1, strength 1. And set the combat difficulty on the control panel, which opens when you press escape. The lowest difficulty also prevents death from starvation and frostbite. It reduces encounter rate. The highest difficulty increases these. Oh boy. I had more stuff to
Are
ask
you the
about.
guild?
No, is there...
Are there any tasks
Are
that
there
I need
any
to
tasks that need
get me a
doing?
quest?
Check the notice board in the guild house.
Fine. Let's see what kind of wares she
Let me buy
has.
some of your wares.
The winter keeps us short on supplies.
Alright.
I could sell you a healing draught.
For 30 coins? I only have 15. Ooh, can I barter? Let's see. Let's buy a. Let's see if we can barter for half price.
I believe you cannot afford this.
Fine. Oh. Okay, so her asking price went down by 1. But it won't let me barter anymore, so... Alright, well. Guess I'll come back when I have some money.
I bid you farewell.
You must be hungry.
By the gods, I feel like I haven't eaten in days.
You likely have not. I would extend hospitality to you, but we have little food to spare. It is a harsh winter, and we have our son to feed.
I understand. I do not mean to impose on you.
You should find food soon, lest you starve.
I had a bag of supplies with me, but it appears to be missing.
I do not know. I am sure you could hunt or find something edible in the woods. You are welcome to stay here at the guild house.
Yes, I shall do that. Thank you for your help.
Move the mouse to the top of the screen, see the menu. Pretty classic point and click. Yeah, so first thing I want to do actually is move the difficulty down. I'll be honest, I don't care about it being difficult. I just want to enjoy the story. And it was talking about starving and getting frostbite, and I don't want to have to deal with that. I guess I could turn the music down a bit. Move the sound down a bit too. Anyway, she seemed very unhelpful. I guess she taught me how to fight. But I just love that she was like, oh yeah, you're probably hungry, right? Yeah, absolutely I am. Yeah, well, we can't give you any food, but go find some. Anyway, so if you haven't played a point-and-click game before, this is pretty classic. We got the walk, the look, the use, and the talk to. This is where your item would appear. Let's see if we have anything in our inventory. Oh, we do. So we got money pouch. We already knew that. We have 15 silver coins. We have a sword. We have a shield. And we have some armor. And I guess they have a weight max thing here. Merker is the unit of measurement. Anyway, so like if you we're gonna go use your sword on something, you do this and then click on it. I'm tempted to click on her, but let me save my game first. This is a Hildur and the lady. Saving game is often very crucial to do often because the game sometimes will... Well, I mean, I can't speak for this game. Maybe they, you know, since it's a more modern game, maybe they're better at making sure it's not... doesn't have any game-breaking moments, but there's things that you can do in, like, King's Quest V, for example, where if you eat a certain item, your game's broken. Like, you can't proceed through the game. But it won't tell you. It won't tell you fail. You'll just keep running around in circles, not knowing what to do. Which is a big complaint about those games, which I understand. But anyway, I just want to see what happens if I... aren't you aggressive today? Yeah, that's fair. But then, all I wanted to say is that once you've selected an item, it'll be here as like kind of a quick select, in case you want to select it again. Looks like this is the health and stamina bars, this is inventory. Action submenu, so this will be stuff like, if you want to switch to running, looks like this would be sneaking if you were a rogue. I'm not sure what this one would be. Rest for an hour, sleep for the night, equip a weapon, and map of the area. Oh, we don't have a map yet. Okay. Okay, something shiny over here. I want to see what that is.
Little brought this here before the Holt became frozen.
I guess she can just tell I'm staring at things.
It was slain by the last guildmaster.
Like, I don't even say anything, I just look at it, and she's like, I'll tell you all about it. A large trophy head is attached to the wall, locked perpetually in an angry snarl. It appears to be a cross between a wolf and a dragon, if such a thing is possible. I'm guessing it is. What else we got?
These are not real.
Okay. This must be the adventure board. Courier sought to deliver a letter. Please inquire at Sleipnir's Tavern, Lithrasir. We could do that. Oh, there's a score. The mystic Arvindal seeks mystic herbs of mystical power for use in ritual mysticism, and shall pay in true magic for this herb if a viable specimen of the mystic herb is found. A lot of mystic in this. What else we got? I, Jarl Ylfing, third of that name, promise a reward of 500 silver to the one who can end the Fimbulwinter that plagues our lands. So that sounds like a king of some kind, or a monarch. Also, apologies if I mispronounce any of these Norse names. I'm not too familiar with how to pronounce a lot of them. But that sounds like maybe a main quest is to stop the winter. The assistance of a brave hero is requested to repel an invasion of dastardly goblins. Direct your inquiries to King Vortigern in the realm of Thalin. Okay, there's two different kings then? Uh-oh. Oh, I thought my game broke, but we're good. So... Oh my goodness. Sorry, things are being weird on my computer. Here we go. Let's leave the adventure board. What's this? Elegant painting hangs next to the quest board. Appears to depict a farmhouse in a wintry environment that's unfamiliar to you. This looks like a troll.
Trolls are common in these lands.
Nailed it. This is a moose.
This comes from an evil wizard.
Oh. Yeah, moose are evil wizards. Empty board adorns the wall. Apparently someone has reserved this for the head of some unknown animal. Maybe we'll find that animal.
Diaries of past heroes.
Can I have them? The Adventurer's Guidebook by Arngrim Otarsson. Ooh, we can learn some stuff. Ages past. At the dawn of time, in the primordial void of Ginnungagap, the Aesir gods fought a lengthy war against the Jotun, or frost giants. Finally, Odin, lord of the Aesir, struck down mighty Ymir, father of all giants, and from his remains the gods carved Midgard, the realm of humankind. And they banished the surviving frost giants to the icy plains of Jotunheim. But the Jotun have sworn revenge, and wise Odin knows that their banishment will not last. Prophecy states that they will one day be free, and will wreak devastation upon Midgard, and slaughter the Aesir. This fateful day is called the Twilight of the Gods, Ragnarok. Many lifetimes have passed. Now the forests of Jarnvidr have been struck by a winter harsher than anyone can remember. Trolls and wolves stalk the night, trade caravans disappear in the cold, and former neighbors turn against each other. The people ache for spring, but see no end to the frost and snowstorms. With fearful whispers, they wonder if the Jotun have at last returned, and if the end of the world is at hand. Cool. Let's come back to this. I want to see what's in here, because she said her husband found me. He might be in here, so let's go take a look. Peer inside the closet. Oh, it's a closet. I'll find nothing that would be of use to you. If you're looking for the door out of here, that would be in the bottom middle of the room. Thanks, helpful game. I totally thought that was a door to like a room. I thought she said something about her husband being in there, but maybe I misheard. Let's just save that again, and let's head out. Let's see what this town's all about. All right, we got a little boy. Feel like you haven't eaten in several days. You'd best take care of that before you starve. Whoever suggested hunting for food, that sounds like a good idea. It's unfortunate that you lost your pack of supplies in the avalanche. If nobody took it, perhaps it is still where you left it. Note, the icon in the top left corner will appear when you're hungry, freezing, or under some other condition. Click on it for information. If the condition affects your stamina, then a stamina bar will be displayed beside it. You'll hurt yourself if you run out, and can recover it by resting. The first challenge in Heroine's quest is learning to survive in the harsh environment. However, you can disable cold and hunger by using the control panel to set difficulty to its minimum.
Hello.
I did that, didn't I?
You must be the new traveler. My name's Timing.
Oh, that's her son.
Mother and I took care of you when Father dragged you out of the snow. Are you better now? You were really cold when you came in.
I am well enough, thanks to your help.
Well, what brave warrior are you, little boy?
What brave warrior are you?
I am Jaime Bones, where I am training in the service of Yarlothin. I'm going to be a mighty dragon slayer. I am learning to fight really well. Got my own sword, too. Next year I go study tactics so I can be a big leader.
Cool.
What is Fonsigtuna like?
Fonsigtuna.
It is the best city in the world. The strong walls here can stand against any troll. Well, you and I can climb over it. The trolls are too dumb for that. We are ruled by a good Jarl, and my father is a smith and supplier. Is that not great? What city could be better?
Yeah, tell me about your
Tell me
dad.
of your father.
My father is the best smith in Midgard. He works for Yarlothin and makes weapons for his soldiers. He is real strong, too, and he teaches me to use the sword.
And what about your mother?
My mother takes care of the Adventurers Guild. She does not talk a lot, but she is really strong, too.
Yeah, I noticed that. The not talking part.
How is your training going?
You are an adventurer.
Said that weird.
What? My mother said you were venturing and staying at the Venturing Guild. I want to be a venturer when I am bigger. They get to travel anywhere, and everybody likes them because they have courage and honor. That means they do the right thing. You must be nice to people and help them, even if you do not like them. And you cannot threaten folks just because you are stronger, and then you get to kill the dragons.
Cool.
Let us speak of the woodlands.
It is a farce around Fonsigtuna. It is full of wolves and trolls, so Mother says I must not go too far from the city wall. There's lots of trees, of course, but there may be another village somewhere. There could even be Jabberwocks in the woods.
Jabberwocks.
Are the trolls dangerous?
Trolls are big and strong, and they are very stupid. I am not afraid of trolls. When I grow up, I will go into the forest with my sword, and they shall call me Troll Slayer. Since you are a heroine, I'm sure you can slay trolls already. I hope you will make our forest safe again for all of us.
So what is a Jabberwock?
I have not seen that creature, but Mother told me it has jaws that bite and claws that catch. It has a bird that goes jub-jub. It is so frumious, you know, that you must be very brilliant to catch what Navarro goes.
I wonder if there actually will be a Jabberwock, if that's just a fun reference to the Jabberwocky poem by Lewis Carroll. Let's see. Oh yeah, let's ask about
Can you
food.
tell me where to find food?
Apparently I'm starving.
Most people go into the forest when they need food. There are animals you can kill, like a boar. There are also roots and plants to eat, but I like the meat better.
Oh, what a kid. Is that a wooden sword, you dummy?
Is that a wooden sword?
Yes, I have a real sword. I call it Blood Gang.
Blood Gang.
My father has made a very magical
Bloodhound
sword
gang?
and put it in a tree. I think it is for me when I am strong enough. But I need to train first.
Alright. Thanks, bud.
Good luck with your training.
Come back soon and tell me about your ventures.
As you have seen, dialogue options turn gray once you've spoken about them once. If a character tells you to ask it again in another location, e.g. inside his store, then the option remains white until you do so. Character reactions may depend on who else is in the room. For instance, asking about Volund may give a different result if Volund is present. That's fun. In cases where this lets you miss important information, the dialogue option will remain white to remind you to ask again when an interrupting character is not in the room. Ah, okay. Fonsigtuna! Fonsigtuna. I mean, I guess that's a way to figure out the way to pronounce this stuff. Alright, well, that being said, we have our first quest, in a way. Feed yourself. Which is a good quest. And I think I'm just going to save it here. Ooh, there's an autosave. That's good. Okay, let's make a new save, though. Let's call it The Quest for Food. And I think this is a good place to end the video for now. And I'll be back again to go on this quest to find some food and feed our starving heroine. Thanks, everybody. See you later.